Hello Leute, welcome to today's lesson, and today we are going to look at Lektion 6, whereby we shall be looking at the days of the week, and in Deutsch, the days of the week we say it is die Tage der Woche, die Tage der Woche, so that means days of the week. So I'm going to start by saying that in this lesson, we shall be learning the days of the week in Deutsch, and how to use them in sentences. I'm going to start with Nummer 1, whereby we shall be looking at vocabularies. And the first vocabulary, we have der Tag. Der Tag means day. Then we have the other vocabulary, we have die Tage, which means days. Then Nummer 2, we have die Woche, which means week. Then we have die Wochen, which means weeks. Then Nummer 3, we have der Wochentag, which means weekday. Then we have die Wochentage, which means weekdays. Now, having done that, I want us to go ahead and look at the days of the week. And we have Deutsch and we have English. So Montag, the first one we have Montag, which is Monday. Then we have Dienstag, which it is Tuesday. We have Mittwoch, which is Wednesday. We have Donnerstag, which is Thursday. We have Freitag, which is Friday. We have Samstag, which is Saturday. We have Sonntag, which is Sunday. So we have Montag, Dienstag, Mittwoch, Donnerstag, Freitag, Samstag, Sonntag. So those are the days of the week. Nummer 3, we have das Wochenende, that means the weekend. And when we separate this word Wochenende, we have Wochen, which means week, Ende, which means end, giving us a Wochenende. Das Wochenende, that means the weekend. As you can see in Deutsch, we have das Wochenende, and in English we have a weekend. Wochenende includes Samstag und Sonntag. So weekend, it has, so remember, Saturday and Sunday, it's what makes a weekend. So that's why I'm saying das Wochenende includes Samstag und Sonntag. Now, we are going to look at common expression. Now, how do somebody tells you have a nice weekend in Deutsch? So, if somebody wants to tell you that have a nice weekend in Deutsch, the person will say schönes Wochenende. Schönes Wochenende. Schönes Wochenende means have a nice weekend. Schönes Wochenende. Schönes Wochenende. Have a nice weekend. Now, the last part we are going to look at example in sentences. And the first sentence is am Montag habe ich einen Termin. Am Montag habe ich einen Termin. So that means I have a meeting on Monday. Remember, am Montag, it is on Monday. Montag, Monday. Example number 2, we have Montags muss ich arbeiten. Montags muss ich arbeiten. On Mondays, I have to work. Montags muss ich arbeiten. On Mondays, I have to work. Example number 3, we have was must do am Wochenende. Was must do am Wochenende. So that means what are you doing on weekend? So if somebody asks you was must do am Wochenende, there are some possible Antworten to that question, or there are possible Antworten to that Frage. So the first Antworten is, if somebody asks you was must do am Wochenende, you can just go ahead and say on am Wochenende gehe ich skaten. Was must do am Wochenende? Am Wochenende gehe ich skaten. That means on the weekend I go skating. So another possible Antworten to that Frage. So if somebody asks you was must do am Wochenende, you can just go ahead and say am Wochenende gehe ich schwimmen. Am Wochenende gehe ich schwimmen. So that means on the weekend I go swimming. Was must du am Wochenende? Am Wochenende gehe ich schwimmen. Having done that, that marks the end of this lesson, and it is my hope that you have understood something in this lesson. And like I've always said, spare like 5 minutes of your time, go through on what we have just completed, because practice make it perfect. And also, don't forget to support this YouTube channel by subscribing, like the content, and you can be generous enough and share the content widely with your friends. So that's all for this lesson. Let us meet in lesson 7. Danke, tschüss, bis bald, bis morgen.